Hi, I'm Daniel Boey, and as a fashion stylist and fashion lover, I've clearly done a lot of shopping over the years. But I also know that a lot of fashion ends up in landfills. Being sustainable doesn't mean you have to give up shopping completely. Susannah and I have realized that small changes can make a big difference.
I think the most important thing that you can do before you buy anything is asking yourself a couple of questions. Number one, do you really need it? Number two, do you really love it and will continue to love it in a month or a year's time? And number three, after you've stopped wearing it or grown tired of it, how can it be recycled or repurposed? If you're not sure about the answers to any of those questions, I think you should think twice and abandon cart.
But it doesn't mean that you can't have fun or lose that sense of style. It just means having to make more considered choices. For example, I used to shop on impulse and I used to buy things that didn't match anything else. So I've stopped that. In fact, everything that you buy should match everything else in your wardrobe so that you can have more fun with your styling.
You can also get the look that you want without the guilt. There are now so many amazing brands that are merging style and sustainability, and they're producing using more eco-friendly fabrics too, like organic cotton or plant leather.
You've also got to consider the carbon footprint, which is why I prefer to shop closer to our country or even shop local. And that way I can pick up really unique pieces.
Yes, I love buying from smaller local brands. I always end up with something that is more distinctive. Shopping local actually means you can try something on to see if it looks good on you. Online purchasing doesn't often meet your expectations, and actually free returns aren't free for the planet. A lot of them get binned, especially by large online retailers, because it's easier than just restocking them.
Susannah, a lot of people seem to think that eco-friendly equals expensive, but that's not always the case, is it?
Yes, definitely not. And even if you were to spend a little bit more, if you think in terms of cost per wear, you can actually save money. For example, I would rather buy a higher quality t-shirt that is well made and will last me for, say, 3 years, rather than 10 cheaper t-shirts that will fall apart in the wash and lose their shape.
Exactly. In fact, there are other ways to shop sustainably and save money, like pre-loved or clothing swaps.
Rental is an amazing way to try out new design and styles at a fraction of the cost. It's also great for special occasions like graduation ceremonies, birthdays, or weddings.
And being sustainable is not just about what you wear, but it's the little things like opting for refills or bringing your tote bag and not relying on single-use plastics. Isn't that so?
Definitely.
So the bottom line is, sustainable fashion is about buying what you treasure, not buying just because you can. It'll save you money and it'll save the planet.